What's up, homie? It's good to see you. I'm getting a lot of feedback from the channel in regards to a specific question, and that is, people want to know what hardware and software I'm using to produce my videos. And I'd like to spend some time reviewing my equipment, also touching on some discoveries that I've learned throughout recording with YouTube, and what my future purchases will be. Okay, let's get started. Electrify your online presence with live streaming. Okay, let's first talk about the microphone. I spent $100 on a black Yeti. It's okay, it gets the job done. What is it? My favorite mic? No. Does it work? Does it get the job done? Yes. It's enough. It's enough for most people. I don't know that I would recommend it. I think it's a little bit pricey for its quality, but all in all, it gets the job done, and I'm happy with it. It's a USB microphone. Okay, so that's what I'm using for sound. It's got a shock mount on it. Here, I can show you right there. There it is. And there is a shock mount on it. Is it super good? I got it on eBay. It's okay. I plan on getting, after a couple months, I plan on purchasing the Joe Rogan microphones, which are the SMB7s. Let me see if I can get you a photo of the SMB7. Let's see here. Here we go. Shure SMB7. Very, very, very expensive. They actually require another piece of hardware called an audio interface, because the volume of the sound coming out of the microphone needs to be amplified, and you need another piece of hardware. So not only do you need to spend, $400 on the mic, but you need to spend another $169, $170 on a machine to make the audio louder. But the audio quality from the mic is awesome. Wicked good. So that's a future purchase. I'm happy with what I have right now with the Black Yeti, but it could be better. Now, in regards to video, I decided to go with a camcorder because I didn't want to be locked into using a camera for making YouTube alone. I wanted to have it for other things if I wanted to go on location and film my family, or film vacations, or film stuff. I can take it out of the studio here and use it for other applications. The camera that I purchased is the FDR-AX53 4K Sony camcorder, and the claim to fame are the following things. Number one, the zoom is super awesome and powerful. The mic is very sensitive and very, very clear and very impressive. And finally, it has a onboard analog stabilizer. In other words, there are little motors that are stabilizing the lens as you hold it, which is unlike most cameras that have a digital stabilization. This thing has an analog stabilization, which is super duper cool. And I absolutely have had many camcorders throughout my life. This camcorder is absolutely freaking the best camera I've ever had. I absolutely love this thing. And when making my videos, I output from the mini HDMI port from the camera, and it goes into what's called a HDMI conversion to USB. And I use a Elgato Camlink. Here's what it looks like right here. It's pretty pricey. They have a new one out now that outputs to 4K. So if you're coming out from the camera to 4K, it will output to 4K to USB 3.0. It's pricey at about $130, I think. Is that what it is? Let's see here. Did I get a price? No. About $130. It's pricey. A lot of people are talking about this other converter called the HDMI video capture, which is fairly like, what kind of name is that, right? It's just like this lame name. But a lot of people are talking about it. It's only $20 on Amazon. People say it's just as good as the Elgato, and I'd like to test it down the road, and I may buy one just to see if it works out. So you might want to just try buying this one and testing it. I mean, if it fails, if it sucks, you lose $20, right? So who cares? It's worth a test, especially if it does work. You save $130 by getting an Elgato version. So consider that. And my software is Camtasia. It costs $250 to get the new version. And they come out with new updates just about every year, and they're not free. They cost about $100 to get the update. So Camtasia is super duper expensive, but it is very, very powerful software. It is extremely easy to use, unlike your DaVincis or your Premieres or any of the other software programs out there that edit video. Camtasia is super easy to use. So I can produce pretty quickly with it and have a lot of different transitions and effects, and I can make changes to altering the quality of my sound, and there's audio ducking now, and so it has all this great stuff. So I would recommend using this, especially if you're going to be educating people online. Camtasia is absolutely awesome. Before I had Camtasia, I had a Mac, and if you have a Mac, then you're going to want to go with ScreenFlow, which is also pretty expensive at I think it's over 200 bucks. No, it's not. It's $129 to purchase, and it is also excellent. And I did love the software, absolutely loved it, but I grew tired of dealing with Mac cost for repair, and I decided to build my own computer with a PC platform, and I was forced to purchase Camtasia. Camtasia will work on a PC, or on a Mac, I should say. But I wouldn't recommend Camtasia for a Mac. I highly recommend that you go with ScreenFlow for a Mac because it's that good. So if I had a choice, if I had two computers, one a PC and one a Mac, and I had a choice of going with ScreenFlow or Camtasia, I would go with ScreenFlow. It's that good, all right? It's just really fantastic. Okay, I've learned some super valuable lessons in regards to hardware when setting up my studio. The first one is what goes on with the USB signal coming out of my camera when the conversion is going from HDMI to USB. The Camlink actually uses up some of the energy coming out of the camera, and when it leaves the Camlink, the voltage, I guess, is pretty low, and from time to time I will lose my camera feed while doing a live stream or making a Camtasia video. So it can be quite frustrating to create a video and go back into Camtasia only to see that I lost the video feed from the camera. So what you need to do is you need to go out and buy yourself a powered USB hub, okay? It's really important to have it powered. Some are not powered, but there are others that you can actually plug into your wall and will boost the signal of the USB conversion enough so that you don't get a drop in signal. So this is the best method to do it. As you can see here in this Amazon page, this is a good one because it's got 11,266 ratings and it's got almost 6 stars, right? So this is the one I would recommend. I have yet to buy this specific one. I'm gonna get it soon. Definitely get one of these if you're doing an HDMI to USB conversion with a Camlink or equivalent. Okay, the second thing, these Logitech C922s or the one below it, which is 720p, honestly, the quality of these cameras is junk when compared to using a quality camera. I would not recommend using these for YouTube production because they visibly look like garbage. Okay, I'm sure there's probably some high-end ones that are 4K. I have yet to experiment with them, but if you're gonna go and purchase a $99 Logitech for YouTube production, you're making a big mistake. I would only use these cameras for Zoom meetings or something like that. Other than that, they're not up to par. Now, if you don't believe me, I will show you right now the difference between my FDR-AX53 quality and the Logitech C922. Here we go. So this is the C922 right here. So in my opinion, the color in this camera is not anywhere as good as my AX53. In my opinion, it's a little bit grainier as well, especially if you look at it when you're doing live streaming. If you want quality, you have to get a solid camera and convert it from HDMI to USB. Just the way to go. If you'd like to see some of my work in action, if this is the first time to my channel, I have found a fantastic plugin with OBS Studio. It's called the Move Transition plugin, and you can check it out right here. I've made some really good tutorials that really will expand your horizons in regards to what OBS is capable of. I will catch you over there. Best wishes, stay strong, and keep fighting. Yeah!